I've heard a lot of people talking about Vinland Saga, and it seems like it is very popular. And I was kind of skeptical about it in the first, just by judging the name of it. I was like, the name is kind of weird, not interesting. So I've been holding it off for many months. I didn't knew what the anime was about at all. But then a friend of mine suggested me this anime. I asked him, what is it about? And they said, it is about war, Vikings. Vikings? Would it be fun or would it be annoying? Because in some cases, the story of Vikings and all is kind of boring, but in some cases, it is also interesting. So I was kind of confused. So once I started watching this anime, I realized how quickly this anime was moving. So there are total 2 seasons of this anime. In the first season, the anime is all about a boy called Thorfinn, raised in a peaceful island by his pacifist father Thorf, away from war and slavery and everything. So this was the time where wars and slavery was happening all over the world. And then one day Vikings come to the village to take Thorfinn's father, who abandoned the army as a captain and escaped to this village to find peace. So now the Thorfinn's father is given the ultimatum to join the war or the village will be destroyed by the army. Have no choice but to go to the war. So he gathers some of the people from the village and takes the ship and starts heading toward the battlefield. Whilst all this is happening, Thorfinn decides to sneak into the boat and decides to go with his father just to have the fun, just to see how big of a world is, and he thinks he can fight in the war. Just so you know, Thorfinn's age is 9 or 10 around this time of the anime. So yeah, a naive kid decides to go to war at the age of 9 or 10. But the father has already planned to send everyone back and just go to the war alone. So now they were just going to another place where they will be sent back and Thorf will go alone to the battlefield. But, that's not all. You think it is gonna happen that easily? While they were traveling, some mercenaries attack them. They kill Thorf. And since Thorfinn is also on the boat, he sees his father dying, decides to take the revenge on the person who killed him. But he is very weak. He's 9 or 10, of course. He can't kill anyone. He can't take the revenge. And then again, he decides to go with the bandits that killed his father. Decides to take revenge the whole series. For the whole season 1, he just decides to take revenge on his father's death, which is kind of absurd because he's living with them throughout the whole season, many years. They are basically using him. Of course, they are making him strong with the revenge and all, but it's kind of too naive and absurd. Maybe revenge just blinds the people, who knows. So this is the main plot of season 1, of how he becomes strong by fighting in the wars for many years with those mercenaries, keeps on getting stronger and stronger in order to get revenge. And the speed and the pace of the anime is very good in season 1. It is like on point. Okay, this war happens, this fight happens, boom, new thing happens, new invaders are invading, some ambush is going on, some war is going on, they join the war, win the war, something new happens, a prince comes and joins the war, he decides to become the king, a lot of shit is happening, okay? So a lot of shit goes down in season 1. If I rate season 1 individually, I would rate the season somewhere around 9 out of 10. Except the naivety or the absurdity of the main character's beliefs and revenge. Other than that, it was good. But then we go to season 2. Right off the bat, you see he's a slave now. How is he a slave? No idea. You don't get to see how he became a slave until many episodes later. First episode, nothing interesting happens. Second episode, nothing interesting happens. Third episode, nothing interesting happens. I'm like, when is something gonna happen, man? Season 2 just keeps on going boring and slow. Nothing interesting happens at all. He's just a slave to a fucking, I don't know, farm owner, and then someone else's story goes on, some story of this side character, some story of that side character, bunch of compiled things. But when it comes to our main character, nothing happens. Nothing interesting happens. He's just living like a farmer life, a slave life, a farmer life. That's all he's living. Yeah, it makes sense that his mental strength was horrible. He was having trauma and all that. But you don't need to stretch out the trauma from episode 1 to episode 24, do you? Or episode 23. In the end episode, only it seems like he recovered a little bit from that shit. I'm like, come on. It took you whole season just to recover from that trauma and all. That is the exact reason it became so boring to me. It's fine if you want to show the trauma, the important scenes. Yeah, it is important to show to get the audience connected with the characters. Yeah, I get it. But do you really need 20 fucking episodes just to show the process of recovering from that trauma when you could have just concluded the whole season in 5 or 10 episodes? In my opinion, it just doesn't make sense to me. as much as I enjoyed season 1, I just got really bored in season 2. I mean, it's natural, right? In the first season, he's getting revenge and all that. He becomes so strong, he is able to fight with anyone. Literally, that big guy who the whole army is afraid of, but he is able to take on that big guy. Only he can take on that big guy. And then he becomes what? Fucking slave in season 2 who is not even able to protect his own farm. I mean, sure, it was a part of series, but it was a little too slow in my opinion. So if I would be giving the overall rating including season 2 as well, I would be giving it somewhere around 7 or 8 out of 10. I think 7 because of season 2. But who knows? Season 3 is also coming probably. In the end of season 2, he finally returned to his home, Iceland, after more than a decade, and he's now going to the Vinland, which is the whole point of the series, where there is no slave system and no war. To be honest, that was the whole point of this series, but now he is going after 2 seasons. Who knows, maybe it will be a banger again in season 3. Maybe they will break the internet with season 3 or maybe not. But I don't think it should have been continued to season 3. I don't know if I'm looking forward to season 3 or not. Season 3 is anticipated to be coming in winter 2026, so there's another year to go. Throughout the whole anime, there were some pretty good scenes, like in the motivational sense, in the fighting strength, mental state, physical strength state, and all that. Yeah, season 2 kind of ruined the momentum, but I think overall, if season 3 does good, the overall anime's rating will just increase. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Do let me know in the comment section about what you think about this anime. Did you enjoy season 2? Did you enjoy season 1 more than season 2? Or vice versa? You can drop your opinions in the comment section down below. And that is it for this video. I'll take my leave.
Activate.